Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Sasha Reed and today we've got a tutorial on how to make this box. This is a two-part series, so in my next video, either tomorrow or the next day, you'll see how to make the planners that you can put in the box. But for today, we're going to use this die set here from Alina's shop and we're going to make the gift box for a planner, either an A6 normal planner or the planner that we'll make in the next day or two. So to get started for this one, we need to have these square dies here. You can see the outline die and then the inner inside layering die, which will cut like this. I've got some really thick purple cardstock here. I think it's about 400 GSM or 450, so very thick. We also need this little die here. I'm just sharing with you which dies from the set you need to use to build the box. So it's quite helpful if you actually have this set, otherwise it's going to be a bit confusing, but I just wanted to share with you how to make the box. Then we need these two pieces here. So we've got basically what is the album cover for the planner, as well as it works for the box as well. And then we'll need two pieces of designer paper because we're going to decorate the inside of the box as well. So we've got our outside and our inside. Then we also need this piece here. Now you can either use two of the one that I've just shown you, or you can use this one and the other one. And again, you need two, one for the inside, one for the outside. It all makes sense in just a minute. And then this is our side of our box. So we need two of those because we have two sides to the box. Now you can also use them on the inside, so you could use four if you wanted. So to get started, we're just going to fold those creases and make sure they're nice and flexible so that we can put the box together. And again, you could use a bone folder, but because my cardstock is so thick, I didn't want to use a bone folder because I was worried it would crack. I wanted this to be a very sturdy box. I've also made my albums out of this, or my planners I should say. Next, we need to stick some very strong tape on. This is also from Alina's shop. It's a really strong double-sided tape. And we're just going to put it along those two flaps there on each of those panels so that we can then stick it to that square panel to form the box that we want to make. So I'm just lining it up, and you know when you die cut things, you always have a good side and a bad side, and I was just trying to work out which one that was. So I'm just sticking my panels, lining up my cardstock so that it is nice and even across that top and bottom. And now you can see our box take shape. Really quick, really easy with these dies. Now we've got these little ones here. Now in a minute you're going to see I've made a mistake. On one of those edges, I should have put the tape on the opposite side, and you'll see me in a minute. I'll pull it off and put it on the right side. So you want your double-sided sticky tape on on three sides, but on that final edge, the top edge, you want it to go on the inside, not the outside. So this is my box with the inside facing my table, and I'm just sticking the pieces together so that all those seams are on the inside of the box, not the outside. And you'll see in just a second, there we go, that should be on the inside, not the outside. So I'm just peeling it off. It is really sticky, but my cardstock is so thick that it doesn't matter that I've ripped kind of a layer off, and that's going to be hidden on the inside of the box anyways. So now I'm going to go ahead and stick my adhesive on that inside seam, because we're just going to fold that little edge over. I did have to pop onto Alina's channel to have a little look to see what she did, because I got to this point and I was like, hang on, why is this adhesive here and how is it supposed to work? So when I popped over, I saw that she had put it on the inside so you could fold that flap over. So we're just going to peel off our release sheets on these bits and then fold it up to stick onto those side edges there. So my description is not very good. I'm not sure what to call all of this. I'm just giving it a nice firm press down to make sure that adhesive is sticking. But this box comes together so quickly. It is not difficult to make. It does feel a bit overwhelming when you get all your dies because there are a lot of dies in the set. There's lots of words, lots of various bits, but this is literally all you need to make the box. That's our box there completed. So now all we have left to do is decorate it and figure out a closure. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue on these panels because that way I've got a little bit of wiggle room. You get a nice little tiny border around all your edges. So when you use a liquid glue, it gives you a bit of time to shift it into place and get it in the right spot. Now you could attach all these panels before you put the box together, which probably in retrospect would have been the easier option, but I was just keen to get it put together, and I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing. I was kind of working it out as I went. Did have to stop and go and watch Alina a couple times, but that's literally all you have to do. It's really, really dead simple to get all assembled and put together. Now this one's going on the inside, so I've chosen some papers for the outside as well as the inside. And I've kind of decorated the inside of this box more than I did the outside because I liked the thought of the element of surprise of someone opening it and seeing all this beautiful paper and seeing the beautiful diary or planner inside. Now, I do have someone in mind that I plan to give this to, so I do need to work on my planner, which you'll see in a second, and fill it with some nice stuff. This is some lace ribbon from Alina's shop. I've had this for ages. I bought a few rolls for myself after she sent me a few samples, and then I bought some full rolls. I really like it. It's really beautiful. I'm just using really wide, sticky, double-sided tape to stick that ribbon down. We're going to put a panel over top of it so you won't see it, but it's just going to hold that ribbon in place until I glue this panel down. So for this one, I decided to use a different glue, and it went a little bit messy, so I glued off screen and kind of rubbed it around with my finger and then stuck it in. So that's the inside of our box finished. And here's the little planner die that a planner that you can get from Alina's shop. It's really cute, really nice, got a nice magnetic closure on it. And that is what I'm going to put inside this box to give to a friend. So now we're going to look at doing our closure for the box. I've got my crocodile there on the right hand side, which looks like a scary dentist tool. And I've got some eyelets here in my magic box of fun. Most of my eyelets are from AliExpress, and my crocodile you can actually purchase online from a number of shops. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on Craftstash. Loads of places carry it. It is my favorite go-to punch. It punches through everything. Chipboard, everything. It just is really, really good. And then it's also got the eyelet setter on there. So all I'm doing is just squishing that eyelet, and it's kind of flattening it around the board and giving it a nice, strong hole. I've got these little charms here. I got these from AliExpress. They were in one of my last haul videos. And I'm just going to use this butterfly as kind of my closure. So all I do is run it through so that it's halfway through. And then I'm going to stick my leather, which is from Alina's shop. This is a fake leather. It's quite strong. I pulled on it quite hard when tying knots, and it hasn't ripped or torn, so that's quite nice. And I'm just tying a knot in the end, and you'll see in a minute I make it a bit shorter because it's a bit too long. However, I didn't re-measure before I snipped it. I just kind of thought, oh, it's too long, I'll snip this much off, and it ended up being quite a tight little loop. So that's the idea of the closure there. You can see me now just going to make it a bit shorter, I think. Or am I going to put the diary in first? I can't remember. This was a few days ago now. So here's my little beautiful ribbon, and here is the little diary from Alina. I'm sorry I didn't share it a bit slower, but I plan to do a little video on how I fill it and decorate it, so you'll see it again coming up hopefully soon. And I'm just tying it in the box, which is an idea I stole from Alina's channel. I just loved how she finished off decorating that box. And here we go, I didn't measure again and made it a little bit short. Still works, tiny bit short. But that is the whole entire box. It is really quick, really simple, and this will make an amazing box for all kinds of gifts. So it's really a versatile set. So stay tuned to my channel. In the next day or two, you will see how to make the planners as well. Oh yes, I forgot to put those little rectangles on the outside. But I will have my planners in the next day or two. And so stay tuned and make sure you watch that video to see how you can put those ones together if you want to make your own planner from scratch. Thanks for joining me. I hope you stay in and stay safe. Bye for now.